I'll let you know in just a second when I get you detained while you just be detained, okay?
You don't got any weapons on you, right? Knives, guns, grenades, nothing like that?
Just like that, it's over. At least in Florida. The charges against Gervonta "Tank" Davis have been dropped, leaving haters stunned and the boxing world buzzing. But before you celebrate a full comeback, there's still one big obstacle that could change everything.
Gervonta Davis getting a heavy escort before bonding out of jail. Now some are asking, was this special treatment? Local 10's Leanne Motorhong is outside the jail in West Miami-Dade with much more.
Just when the boxing world thought it was curtains for Gervonta "Tank" Davis, Miami-Dade prosecutors dropped the domestic violence charges that had been hanging over his head like a guillotine. The reason? A shocking twist. His ex-girlfriend and her mother refused to cooperate with the case, effectively pulling the plug on the prosecution.
I'm gonna slap you out. Mama said slap you out. I'm gonna slap you out. My mama said slap you out. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Boxer Gervonta Davis. This man just got arrested.
The arrest that threatened to derail his career evaporated in court in a matter of minutes. No trial, no conviction, no guilty plea. One moment, Tank was staring at a potentially career-crippling legal fight. And the next, the judge was dismissing it all right there in the courtroom. But make no mistake, this isn't a clean slate. His Baltimore probation still looms in the background, a shadow that could still turn into a storm if he makes the wrong move.
3:30 in the morning, pure survival for some domestic battery stuff with him and his baby mom during survival. Gervonta Davis supposedly had put his hands on his baby mom, slapped her in the back of the head like she had a bald head.
It all started on June 15th, Father's Day. According to police reports, what began as a heated argument with his ex-girlfriend allegedly escalated into physical contact. She claimed he hit her in the back of the head, slapped her across the face, and split her lip. Fast forward over a month later, and Tank finds himself in custody. Miami police arrest him on July 11th, booking him into the local detention center before he posts a $10,000 bond.
You know, I mean, hey, look, I actually like Tank Davis. He's a good, he's a good kid. He's a good fighter, a great fighter, actually. He's one of my favorites. Yeah, just get your that's it, basically. Get your shit. You don't hit women, man.
The fight game stops talking about opponents and starts talking about court dates. Then came the moment no one expected. At what was supposed to be his arraignment, prosecutors stood up in front of the judge and announced no action. The case was dead before it could even begin. The reason? Both his ex and her mother, the two primary witnesses, refused to cooperate or testify. Without them, prosecutors had no case to stand on. In one swift move, the judge declared it closed. This is the part where the story gets extra spicy. The so-called Tank hater YouTube channels, the ones who feed off any whiff of bad press, had already declared his career over. They ran with sensational headlines. Tank Davis finished. Jail time imminent. Say goodbye to boxing. But now, silence or awkward backpedaling. They're either swallowing their pride and admitting they jumped the gun, or pretending the story never happened at all.
Everybody's snatching something, don't even have a clue. And that's what I was saying about social media. You know what I'm saying? If you don't hear a person say it out their mouth, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. I love all my fighters, but I'm just trying to tell them, man, I'm not getting younger. I'm getting older. I'm getting to a point in my life that is just getting on my nerves that they don't appreciate the work that we are putting in. Appreciate. Show up for the coach. Be on time. That is stuff I'm talking about.
The smear campaigns they pushed for weeks have been reduced to nothing more than digital dust. Tank's supporters are calling it karma. His detractors, they're scrambling for a new angle. Of course, This isn't the first messy chapter between Tank and his ex. Their history is riddled with 911 calls, accusations, and headlines that seem ripped from reality TV. Allegations get made, social media goes wild, and then, like clockwork, the claims are retracted or fizzle out. Some boxing analysts are now calling it the boy who cried wolf situation. Each incident builds a little less credibility, yet each one threatens his career all the same.
Tank is done. Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up, he done. Tank is done, period.
The bigger conversation? Boundaries. If Tank truly wants to protect his legacy and his role as a father, he needs to make hard decisions about who has access to him and how he handles personal conflict. The ring isn't the only place he's got to defend himself. Sometimes, the biggest fight is outside the ropes. If Miami was the fire he just escaped, Baltimore might be the slow-burning fuse he can't ignore. Tank is still on probation from a 2020 hit-and-run case that left 4 people injured, a case that, at the time, many thought might have already ended his career. The sentence wasn't just a fine or a slap on the wrist. He got 90 days of home detention, 200 hours of community service, and 3 years of probation. Strict conditions that don't play around. And here's where it gets tricky. Legal experts warn that even when charges in another state are dropped, the incident itself can still trigger a probation violation hearing back in Maryland. Why? Because probation isn't just about criminal convictions. It's about behavior. If a judge in Baltimore believes Tank was involved in conduct unbecoming, even without a guilty verdict, they could haul him back into court.
Y'all don't worry about the businessman. But the businessman is done. He's retired. He's gone. You know what I'm saying? So y'all won't see me at fights and stuff though. But in the ring, it's kind of slow right now in the ring. So y'all, if y'all want me back, y'all go talk to y'all friends or something. Go talk to my promoter. Y'all want me back in the ring.
Are we gonna fight or not?
Worst case scenario, he could be looking at jail time and a career on ice. His next Baltimore court date is quietly looming, and for boxing fans, it's the wild card no one can predict. If that hearing goes badly, the Lamont Roach rematch, the Pacquiao rumors, even his training plans, all of it could be put on pause. With Florida officially behind him, there's now nothing legally blocking a Lamont Roach Jr. rematch. The fight fans have been buzzing about since their controversial draw. Roach has been loud in interviews, accusing Tank of avoiding him, not because of legal trouble, but because he's afraid of losing his aura of invincibility. But here's where things get spicy. Insiders are whispering that Team Tank might be eyeing something much bigger. A potential clash with the legendary Manny Pacquiao. Yes, you heard that right. Pacquiao, the Hall of Famer who's hinted at one last mega fight before hanging up the gloves for good. It's a fork in the road. Option A, play it safe, take on Roach, settle the score, and rebuild momentum. Option B, skip the smaller fight, chase the biggest payday of his career, and risk it all against Pacquiao's speed and experience. Either way, the next move will define the narrative: comeback king or reckless gamble. On paper, Tank's record is still elite. 30 wins, 0 losses, 1 draw, and 28 brutal knockouts. He's a multi-division champion with star power that sells out arenas and pulls big numbers on pay-per-view. But legacy is fragile in boxing. One more legal blunder, one poorly chosen fight, or one shocking upset could turn that unbeaten aura into just another what could have been story. Conversely, one smart, well-timed victory could catapult him into the same conversations as the sport's all-time greats. The window for greatness is open, but not for long.
This narrative about Tank not paying their account each and every time
I worked that corner with Tank. Tank took care of me. And he gonna continue to take care of me. Tank is family for life. Yeah.
From finished to free in just a few weeks, Tank Davis has pulled off one of the most unexpected turnarounds in recent boxing history. But the real battle might not be in the ring. It might be in a Baltimore courtroom. If the judge gives him the green light, the next chapter could be his biggest yet. If not, this comeback story could end before it truly begins. So here's the question. Who should Tank fight next? Roach, Pacquiao, or someone else entirely? Drop your picks in the comments because the next headline is already writing itself. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like this video to support the channel. Subscribe to Boxing is Here for the latest updates, fight breakdowns, and expert analysis. And turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Until next time, peace out.